Hello, this is Mercer from October Gallery here in Philadelphia, and I'm very excited that today David Charles is with me. David Charles and his father and a friend, they're sitting off camera over there, but I want to make sure I said something about them because I appreciate the fact that they brought him up to Philadelphia today. But David's here, and it's good to see you, and good to sit next to somebody that's 100 years younger than I am. David,
okay.
How's it going?
All is well. I'm just honored to be here with my dad and my good friend Brandon. Just coming out and getting the October Gallery vibe firsthand here at October Gallery. And it's a pleasure to be here and just driving through Philadelphia to get here and seeing the rich art culture that Philly has. I mean, because every 2 blocks it looked like it was a mural.
Yeah, we talked about that when you first got here.
Right.
I believe Philadelphia has a distinction that it has more murals, public murals, outdoor murals, than any other city in the nation. We opened in 1985, and I remember, if I can remember correctly, this young lady, her name is Jane Golden, came into the gallery around 1987 and indicated that she was going to head this program, anti-graffiti program.
Mm-hmm.
And there are murals all over the city. It's
right.
really phenomenal. They use young artists, local artists to do it, so it's great. But let's talk about you. You're from Baltimore. I like your work. Great energy in it, great colors. I always like to start the interview, why an artist? Why are you an artist? Why are you an illustrator? What drives you?
The thing that started me off doing art was just basically being exposed to it. My mother used to buy me color pencils and magic markers and pads, and once I realized I enjoyed drawing on stuff, when I ran out of color pencils, I drew with whatever I got my hands on. But it was a hobby. It was something that I began doing for fun.
Mm-hmm.
As I started getting older, I started meeting other artists that were doing artwork as well, and as I started getting better and I was around better people, it became like a competition, so it kept me going from elementary to middle school, going into high school. So I was always around other artists, and I'm a competitive guy, so it was kind of a competition at first.
I got you.
I started.
What's your medium of choice?
I use color pencils, magic markers, Prisma colors, occasionally airbrush. I'm looking to kind of advance and use other mediums going into the future. When I can really devote the time into really learning another medium. But I've tried other mediums, and I think that I do well. Using other mediums as well, oil paints.
Seems like a lot of young guys are using color pencils, airbrush, magic markers. Any particular reason for that, or think there's an explanation for it?
Well, I think that's what that's what I was exposed to early.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of started playing with them at a young age, and I guess I got better at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to evolve and get better at shading and things of that nature with the color pencils. So it was just something that I kept working with.
Right. Can you move faster with it? I mean, if you're using a brush, we have an artist. he died a few years ago, Andrew Turner.
Mm-hmm.
He used acrylic paint because acrylic paint dries quickly, and he likes to move. He likes to get the big idea down first and work through it.
Right.
Obviously, oils, you got to wait until they dry, they set up before you start moving around them and moving into the space.
Right.
So I didn't know that was the nature of the question. Color pencil, magic markers. You can move pretty quickly with them.
Yeah, and it's convenient. Like a few of my pictures that I've drawn, I did my first jazz piece during jury duty. I just had a pad, and I was in jury duty waiting for my number to be called, and I started doodling it. You can't take paint into a courthouse. So I had my pad, I had my pencil, and like sometimes when I've been at work, I start creating, and I think I enjoy the convenience of the color pencil magic marker, but I do want to get involved in other mediums when I have the space and the resources to get into stuff like oil paint and things of that nature.
And you mentioned you were doing a jazz piece. Now I know you do is it called the Hardcore series? Young guy growing up in Baltimore, and what's happening in the streets of Baltimore, like what's happening in a lot of urban centers. So I guess those paintings or those drawings reflected what you saw on the street. Is that correct?
Yeah, and the thing about it is, you know, like, you know, I never was a nuthead, when I say that, but I was exposed to certain things, like growing up in Northwest Baltimore, and that was a way of me to express it, you know. And it was crazy when I started to pursue art as a career. You know, it was kind of like people looked at it and they felt some kind of way about those pieces, but it was basically self-expression. That's all. That's what it's always been to me. And now I'm at the stage where, you know, I'm stepping out there. I'm trying to make a name for myself as an illustrator. And not only has my you know, my environment changed, but who I am as a person has changed. So certain things that I may have drawn years ago, I don't create as much anymore because I'm just not mentally there. Like, you know, that's the jazz series. I've, you know, began to educate myself on African American culture, jazz culture, and it was something that I started to really look into, and I just felt like I wanted to work on a music series, and you know, creating the instruments within itself was fun for me. You know, the instruments and putting my style with a jazz series. I mean, it was really exciting for me. So,
but you haven't abandoned some of the themes that was in the hardcore series. When I say abandon some of the themes, I guess some of the techniques.
No,
the colors are there, the shapes are there.
Right.
But you sort of evolved from what you needed to say then. And I heard you say that some people were kind of, you didn't say repelled, but they were kind of taken back by them. And I imagine you're saying that because as you look at the work on your website, there's a lot of violence there. And so I guess people might have been taken back because they're seeing something they know to be true, but it's right in their face. Is that what was happening?
Yeah, yeah. I think that when you talk about art or African American art, when I've done research, it's not really a lot of violent artwork. You know, I think a lot of people do it for the marketing aspect of it. You know, what you can market. You know, I was creating artwork, you know, since I was a kid, so I never really understood the marketing concept of art. You know, I've always been an artist, but I've never really been a business person to know what is marketable and what's not. So when you talk about when I try to step out there and I threw those pieces out there, it was kind of like people were looking at me crazy. My first website, my artwork was mixed, whereas I had angel pieces, I had more violent pieces like Be More Careful, Rest in Peace. So it was kind of mixed, and when people looked through it, it may have kind of sent them in different directions. That's the great thing about my new website, which, you know, I'm urging people to go to, is it has things in categories, you know, different stages of my life and different series. So you can go and look at the hardcore, or you could choose to go into my jazz series, you know. And I think just putting things in different perspectives or different galleries, you know, make some difference.
You mean galleries on the website?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the different galleries? And also I want you to mention the website. So let's start with that. What's the website?
www.theillustrator.com. www.theillustrator.com. It's a brand new website. You know, you can do anything on it. I mean, I have blogs, I have galleries, bio, audio, video, and you know, it's still still in its early stages. So there's certain things that I still have to put on the website.
But you also do polls where you actually ask the audience what they think of a particular piece of art. How's that working out for you?
It's great because it gives me the opportunity to know what people want from me as an artist, and I understand now that I've kind of stepped out nationally. You know, I've kind of gone from a local artist to you know, more of a national artist because people know me all over the country now. You know, I mean, I want to get to a certain level. I'm not there yet, but it's, you know, I have to be realistic with myself. There's a lot of people that know me outside of Baltimore. So the great thing about it is it gives, you know, my website is built for socialization.
That's good.
You know, people can socialize with me. People can get in contact with me. They can send me emails. They can contact me through Facebook. They can become a member of my website. They can vote on each particular piece, each gallery. You know, they could comment on the pieces. So it's a very interactive website to where not only can I get in contact with people, they can get in contact with me, and I know exactly what people are thinking through. You know, the capabilities of the site.
Right. Okay, that's great. Now let's just briefly go through the different galleries that you have there. I know we mentioned the hardcore, and that's mostly street scenes, what's happening in the inner city, and that's basically what people are going to see when they go there.
Right.
Okay. Then we have a jazz series. Is that correct?
Well, it's a music series. I named it music because I'm gonna do a little bit of hip hop.
Okay.
A female musician series where you know I actually have a few of them. I posted it up on my fan page on Facebook where I was actually posting it in stages. You know, I had it in white, and, you know, black and white, and I asked people what color should I color this lady's dress, and I got a ton of hits. You know, women giving me different colors.
Yeah, that's great.
And then once I did that, you know, I asked them for more feedback. What should I put in the background? So that's what I like to do. Like to.
And you also, I remember the first time we started to interact, you did a piece, and you asked people to give you a name, a title for it.
Right.
That was exciting. I mean, it was exciting for me on the other end of it.
Yeah. And that's all because people love to give feedback. They like to you know, interact with the artists, and I'm realizing that, and that's something that I had a lot of fun with. I posted it up there. A lot of my friends, family members, and people that I didn't know, people from October Gallery that met me through October Gallery, they all responded, and you know, it was really motivating to me as an artist to see that people took notice of what I was doing.
Well, David, listen, this has been very exciting, and we want to encourage people to go to the website. I want you to mention the website again. Tell us the website.
The website is www.theillustrator.com. Log on, leave your comments, rate the artwork, become a member, post, you know, just have fun on the website, because that's what it's there for. So hopefully I'll hear from you.
And there's a lot of great artwork there, so take a look at the artwork. This is Mercer from October Gallery. Thanks for watching Art TV Network.